Hi, my name is Deirdre Martinez of the Uplift Movement, elevating your health with cannabis. We are focusing on chest openers, and I love chest openers because it really helps restore and improve our posture. And the reason is because so much in our modern society, we're hunched over, okay? So this is like really bad for our posture, really bad for our internal organs. And what back bends do is help reverse kind of what we tend to do on a day-to-day basis from our just habits of slouching a lot. We reverse that, we improve our posture, as well as have more energy. So back bends really help us with more energy because one of the things is our internal organs have more space and we can breathe better, and that of course elevates our energy. You can incorporate cannabis in this. It's totally up to you. Yoga tends to help bring the body into a relaxation state, and that's when healing takes place. So you could use a CBD treatment for just therapeutic purposes, or you can incorporate cannabis with THC, whatever you would like to do. What you will need is some blocks. If you don't have blocks, no worries. You can also take a towel or a blanket and roll it up. We're going to start with the block on the medium height and then the other block on the tallest height. And this is going to be a restorative back bend. So slowly we're going to lower ourselves down where this first block, the one that's the middle length, is going to be at the bra line. And then reach back and make sure that the second block that's in the tallest form is right underneath your head. You can bring the soles of the feet together and the knees out to the side, or you can make the legs straight. And then just open up the chest by extending the arms out wide. And start to cultivate your Ujjayi breath, breathing from the back of your throat, sounding like the waves of the ocean. Taking nice deep breaths into the chest. And if you're new to Ujjayi breathing, just go ahead and open your mouth, take an inhale, and on your exhale, pretend as if you're fogging up a mirror. Keep that same sound as you inhale. And then close the mouth with that same sound, exhale. So you hold that sound with the mouth closed, inhaling and exhaling. And on your next exhale, bring the palms together up towards the ceiling. Turn the palms up towards the ceiling now, and then take the arms behind your head. Reach back, getting a nice good stretch through the shoulders and the arms. Maybe point the toes. Bring the arms back up towards the ceiling, release the clasps of your hands, bend at the elbows, press the forearms into the mat, and then lift the chest nice and slow, and slowly start to peel yourself off your blocks. Okay, now go ahead and put the blocks to the side. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe even move the flesh underneath your buttocks, hands on your thighs and kneecaps. Inhale, lift the chest and draw the chest forward. Exhale, scoop and around the belly as you spread the shoulder blades. Inhale again, come forward, lift the chest, and then exhale, scoop and around, breathe into the upper back, and then inhale. So a couple more rounds on your own with your breath. Inhale, exhale. Okay, on the next time that you come up, we're going to hold it forward. Inhale here, and then slowly take it over to the side. So we're going to pretend like we're stirring a pot, right? You've got this big bowl, and you're stirring around the pot, keeping the hips as your foundation. And what we're doing is creating some mobility throughout the thoracic spine, and then reverse in the other direction with your breath. So exhale here, and then inhale forward. And then exhale. And inhale. Good, beautiful. 2 more times with your breath. Really feel how it's starting to create some space in the shoulders. And then find that center point where we're stacking the shoulders on top of the hips. Take the hands in front, clasping the hands, and then inhale, reach up. So root down through the sit bones as you press the fingers and the palms up towards the ceiling. Notice the shoulders. Sometimes the shoulders want to hike up. Draw them away from the ears and stretch through the arms. Good, good. Just take a couple more deep breaths. Maybe even close your eyes. One more inhale. And then exhale, slowly release the arms out to the side. Beautiful. Turn the right palm up, inhale, reach over to the side. And then exhale, take it down, good other side. Inhale, reach the palm up. And then exhale all the way down. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna come onto the side here for setting up for puppy dog. Now, puppy dog, we want to stack the hips on top of the knees and then walk the hands forward. Okay, so you're going to bring the forearms down and then drop your chest. Okay, so you're trying to press the chest down into the mat, forehead on the floor. Okay, tailbone lengthens towards the heels. Tricep spinning down towards the mat. Press the tops of the feet into the mat as well. And breathe. And slowly walk your hands up towards the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Make sure that the hands, let's start actually with the hands directly underneath the shoulders and then walk them forward a few inches. Turn the hands out so that way it almost looks like you're turning a knob. And then tuck the toes, cores engaged, and lift up into your first downward facing dog. Look at your feet and just make sure that the feet are hip width apart. Bend the knees here if you feel really stiff, but what we want to do is create this feeling and the sensation of the hips going up towards the ceiling and you're pushing away the mat. And then once you have your hips up nice and high, maybe straighten the legs. Okay, and keep in mind also what we're doing with the upper back. So there's a little bit of an engagement in the upper back as you're trying to push the chest towards the thighs. Triceps spin down towards the floor. Couple deep breaths here. On your next inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, look to the top of the mat and step forward. Again, making sure that the feet are hip width apart. Inhale, come up halfway with the hands to the shins, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Now reach back with the hands. Cores engaged, so the belly button's to the spine. Lift the shoulders so that way we're not slumping down, rounding the upper back. Draw the shoulders back. Reach the arms, engage the upper back, engage the core, lift the heart. Keep pressing the feet firm into the floor. Now take the hands behind you, clasp the hands. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, and then exhale, fold all the way down. Again, same thing here. If you find yourself rounding too much or you can't reach for the hands, you can take your towel, use your towel or your strap to help you, or bend the knees, okay, and maybe that can also help you forward fold a little bit more. And coming back to your breath. On your next inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips, elbows up to the sky. And then inhale, lift up to rise, Tadasana. Beautiful. Okay, now what we're gonna do is step back and set up for Warrior One. And you can take your Right leg straight back, spinning your heel down. Bending into the left knee. Now what's happening here with the hips, we want to bring the hips and square the hips towards that front bent knee. The back leg is nice and strong and firm, and you're spinning it towards the midline of the body, spinning it in, while your front leg is wrapping back. So you're engaging your glutes here, tailbone lengthens down, hip bones lift, and then inhale, reach your arms up. Warrior one. And then exhale, cross the left elbow over the right arm. Woo-hoo. And then this is eagle arms. So what we want to do with eagle arms is lift the elbows. Now again, if you can't do this, then feel free to give yourself a hug. All good. Lift the elbows, shoulders away from the ears, and then bring the hands away from the face. Okay, so we're stretching between the shoulder blades in the back. Giving yourself also a nice little hip opener here, and then coming back to your breath. And release the hands, spin the back heel up, and set up for crescent lunge. If you find yourself being a little wobbly, like you need more assistance with balance, you can widen your stance. Okay, so separate your feet a little wider, bend your back leg as well, or even drop down to your knee, whatever feels better for your body. So I'm gonna tuck my pelvis, okay? Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend at the elbows and lift the chest. And then open the arms wide, turn the thumbs down, and then clasp the hands behind you. Breathe. Nice big inhale here. And on your next exhale, release the hands. Inhale, reach up again. And then exhale, hands to the hips and step forward. Awesome. Okay, other side. So easy. Separate your feet hip width apart. We're going to take the opposite leg back now. Spin the back heel down and turn the hips so that they're square and aligned with the front knee. Bend into the front knee. Make sure that you're aligned also heel to heel, both feet. Okay? So square the hips, square the chest, and then reach the arms up. Inhale here. Okay, coming onto eagle arms on the other side. So crossing the right arm on top this time, either for that hug or eagle arms. Lift the elbows, shoulders away from the ears, and then hands away from the face. Breathe. On your next exhale, open up the arms, bring the hands to the hips, and then spin that back heel up. Crescent lunge, whatever you did on the other side, just repeat it on this side. And then open the arms, inhale here, exhale, turn the thumbs down, reach back, clasp the hands, and then inhale, lift the chest. And then on your next exhale, separate the hands, bring the hands back to the hips, and then step back forward, Tadasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend at the elbows, lift the heart. Inhale, reach up again, and then exhale, fold over the hips. We're doing a nice swan dive here. Inhale, come up halfway, heart reaches forward. And then exhale, bend the knees, step back. And we're setting up for plank for 2 breaths. Inhale, careful not to round your back, and exhale. Inhale again. And exhale, bring the knees down and cross the legs behind you. It's a nice good stretch here for the lower back. Breathe, come back to your breath. And let's come up onto all fours, do a couple rounds of cat-cow. You can keep your tops of the feet down, or you can tuck your toes, whatever feels good. You inhale, lift the heart, lift the hip, the tailbone, and then exhale, scoop and round. Inhale again, lift. And then exhale, scoop and round. Good, a couple more, inhale. And then exhale. Let's find a neutral spine, and we're gonna move our way down onto our bellies. Okay, time for our back bend series, yay. I love this part. Hands underneath the shoulders. Okay, so you're gonna look down at the mat, press the tops of the feet down into the mat as well. Let's bring the feet together just to make sure that we have good alignment here with the legs. So with the legs together, now try to separate them the width of your hips. Hands underneath the shoulders, and then squeeze the elbows in. And maybe you notice that it starts to already spread the chest. And then lift up. Now in upward facing dog, you want to lift the hips and the legs, the thighs, off of the floor. So notice, it's just the tops of the feet that are on the floor and my palms. Open the heart, spread the chest, widen the collarbones. Abdominals are engaged. Breathe. So you're in upward facing dog or that cobra pose. One more deep breath in, and then exhale, put the knees down, and then shift into child's pose. Get a nice good stretch here in the lower back, beautiful. So you're pushing the mat away as you're lengthening the lower back and tailbone towards the heels. And then slowly we're gonna come down onto our bellies and take the arms out for a T, out to the side. So arms out to the side, head is down. And we're gonna roll onto our left shoulder and bend the right elbow. So you're gonna turn yourself onto your left shoulder and then take your right foot behind you. So you should feel a stretch through your left side of your chest here. Maybe take the right hand straight up to the ceiling if that feels good, or turn the thumb down and take it behind you. Just kind of play with it here. I'm just getting a nice good chest opener. And then inhale, stretch the arm up, and exhale, come back to neutral. And we're going to repeat that on the other side. So rolling onto the right side of the body, bend the left elbow, press the left hand onto the floor, and take the left foot behind you. Same thing, whatever you did on the other side, explore it on this side. And then inhale, lift the arm back up, and exhale, come back to neutral. Okay, let's go ahead and bring the hands underneath the shoulders again. Inhale here, and then exhale. Come into all fours, and let's cross the feet behind us to come onto our backs. Setting up for bridge pose. So you might want to scoop yourself down a little bit more so that way you are laying nice and comfortably on your back. Lengthen the tailbone down and make sure that the heels are as close to your bum as possible underneath the knees. Widen the chest, so tuck the shoulders underneath, abdominals engaged. Press the palms down, and then inhale here. And then exhale, press to the heels and lift the hips. Okay, so you could clasp the edges of your mat here, or you can tuck the shoulders a little bit more and then clasp the hands underneath you to lift the hips up and breathe into the chest. So you notice maybe that your glutes are engaged as well. Yes, that's another benefit of the bridge pose, as well as we're opening up the chest. One more inhale. And then exhale, unclasp the hands and slowly roll yourself all the way down. Awesome. Hug the knees into the chest. And then you're going to take them over to the right side for a spinal twist. Arms are nice and wide. Look over to the left. And then come back to the middle. And now we're going to switch to the other side. So the knees are going to go over to the left. Did I just say that? I don't remember. Look over to the right. And slowly come back to the middle. And time for Shavasana. Yay, our favorite. So if you really like that chest opener that we did at the beginning with the blocks, feel free to do that again. Otherwise, straighten your legs, palms facing up, tuck the shoulders, lengthen the tailbone, and close your eyes. And this is the chance and the opportunity to really feel all the fruits of your labor. Begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers, and then flex the feet, reach the hands up towards the ceiling, clasp the hands again, and then reach back behind you. Now point the toes, giving yourself a nice good stretch again. And then slowly, let's roll over to the side. And then from here, with your eyes closed, let's try to sit up. Okay, so you're keeping your eyes closed so you can stay focused on your practice and your gaze within. So sitting up nice and tall, just really feeling how already we feel very open in the front. And you feel this sense of length. So the shoulders drawing back and the heart wide open, it promotes this sense of confidence. And that's really one of the powers of having a beautiful chest opening yoga practice. I'm going to bring the palms together and thumbs to the heart. Thank you so much for showing up on the mat with me today. Practice makes progress. Namaste.